Okay, welcome back to Versus the F1 Finale, Monaco, 78 laps. Kind of the culmination of two challenges rolled into one now. The one I've recently been doing is basically beat the game with no prize cars. And this cup is the only real challenge. We beat it as a series with the Vertigo. We beat Apricot, Laguna, Grand Valley with the Supras, or the Tom Supra. Tokyo with the Scudo, and that just leaves this one. Doing it with the NSX, also a non-prize car, and also completing the original challenge that I started a long time ago was beat the F1 Cup with no F1s and no big three cars. You can only use each car once. So we got a couple Supras, and a Scudo, S2000, Vertigo, some of these. But nothing was really left for this cup, and I thought maybe I can't do it. But I realized the NSX was just barely up to the task. Starting to find little tenths in this turn and tenths in that turn. And I knew that with a good enough run and with maybe a little AI luck, it is possible. You can see the H is right in front of us in fourth. No 94S on the grid. It's pitting every 7 laps for a total, every 10 laps, total of 7 pits. I'm pitting every 7 laps for a total of 10. We're switching up the strategy. Usually in this cup you go long, but here, you need those tires, you need the grip for all the twisty little turns, and the pit lane is super short. So it just seemed right to do it this way, but it means I'll have to pull out like 48 seconds on it, and after the initial lap or two, that can be it's a lot harder to do. So I'll get a few seconds at first, but then they'll be slow coming. What else? And you just really want to have a good start, or else you get bogged down and bashed around. So let's see if we can get up there. And there we go, shooting around the outside into second. Now if you time this one right, it's like bobbing left, weaving right. If you go just on the inside, you can make this pass here. There we go. Okay, we're through. But they're right really close to us. It's chaos behind. Oh, there's a push. I'm trying to keep it clean, but of course they're chaotic behind me, and they bash their way through. Now I'm in danger of just getting swamped. Very important corner. Alright, they mess it up, I hit it. If I can just manage to stay in front here. They end up hitting me, maybe both of them. But we're able to just stay in front. Sometimes that happens, they'll bump you in that corner, but they don't know what to do afterwards, so it works. Wow, 87S taking itself out. But I guess ricocheted back in a good direction. So the good, we're up. We have clear track. We have a little gap to second. Downside is the H has already passed the 90S. And the race I did before where I finished it and lost by just 5 seconds, the 90S bottled up the H for like 11 laps. So it'd be great if it could make that H pass. Give it a push. Come on. Nope, wrong direction. These two cars are no threats at all. It's all about the H. No, block him! Block him! There we go. That's what we need. Come on, 90S. I really try to do some big drifts in this one because the corners are so tight. Maybe not big drifts, other than that one. It's a danger, though, that tight one, because if you get caught on the lip of that kind of roundabout... There we go, nice little bad turn there. Of that super tight hairpin, you're just kind of like pinned to the wall, you gotta reverse, and you lose so much time. But it seems like the fastest way to go, so you kind of have to go for it, I think. That was my strategy. And if I fail it, then I fail it. H up to third. .124. It'll be doing like low 122s or something. But there's traffic right now, of course. It's a tricky turn. I'm using a controller setup that helps my hands go longer, but it's not my most precise. And with a 1,000 horsepower middle engine car, it's quite a handful. But, you know, just doing my best. H making the pass. Bash it! Bash it, M! I won't bash, but you can. Damn you, M. First 21 of the race. Luckily, the driving is not that great, or else you'd be completely screwed. But it's still an F1 car, and best of your competitors. They all have ASM and TCS. Which maybe slows them down, but does keep them from spinning, I guess, so it'd be better if they didn't have the assists. Alas, it looks like no one's gonna bug that car, so the good is we got a good start in front, clear air. The bad is the H has no one else in front of it, so we need to get another 41 seconds on it or something. This is the one I'm talking about. It's kind of a dangerous corner, drifting it like that. So we're on our second to last lap of the stint. You can see the H has similar tires. I think my fronts wear faster and its backs wear faster. Yeah, I said back. My back tires. So I didn't really gain any time that lap. And the last, well, this one will be a bit slow because it's my seventh lap. But it'll start to slow down, especially lap 8, 9, 10, and then that's like really the time where you can gain. Probably just like hold serve through the first 7 or so, and then maybe gain like 5 seconds over the last 3 laps. You can see its tires are, well, they're not that bad, but they're getting there. Alright, into the short pits. H will come out ahead, but I'm hoping to stay in front of everyone else. Let's see. Comes the H. Let's go, let's go. So I'm sandwiched in between them. But, oh, slips right through. Wasn't a great angle, but I knew it was kind of hitting the wall and slowing down. I wasn't sure which way to go, but slipped to the inside and zipped right by. But are they gonna hassle me? Cold tires right now. They could make a really cool wide shot of that, but I don't like their camera angles so much. Looks like we're pulling away from those guys. Oh, the M really fucked up there. Derp. Doesn't much matter. I don't think, anyway. Although it might, because I will run into the M later. Maybe if it wouldn't have crashed. You never know. Check in on the tires here. It's getting a little worse. 24, that's not that great. Even leaving the pits, I'm able to do a 24. Although you only lose like 3 seconds. Because it's such a short pit. Coming for you, H. Those are some toasty rear tires. Drift. Another 124. 22. We're gaining. Now I noticed that little, maybe you didn't even see it, the inlet thing. If you go back like 5 seconds, my car can hit that. I don't know if theirs can, but I can enter the normal pit area, and if it's like a little bit of waggle in my car, the AI control will like smash into the barrier and lose 3 seconds or something. Very annoying. I haven't seen their pitting. I wonder if they do that ever. All right, H pits. We do another 122. Alas, it does not get tangled up with the 88S. So we gain basically one stint. If you look at the one pit, if you look at the amount of laps, we could keep that up. We could get a lot of stints easy. But some of that, the H was bottled up at the start, and you know that will not happen again. But it's a pretty good start, I would say. We're pitting lap 14. One question will be, can we come out ahead or not? At the start of the H's stint, it will not be doing slow laps. So let's see if we can gain time, or if we lose time, or pretty much hold serve. .21.4, fast lap so far. Looks like we gained a little that lap. It's kind of a cool view though. Looks like H kind of had a bad lap there. Weird. Has good tires. Another 121. Oh. We'll be pitting on the 7s for a while, or in 7-lap bunches. So one more after this lap. Thought it might be wise to wait till the very end to pit in my 8-lap stint. Because with the little engine rundown, it might be slightly easier on the engine or on the tires. Pretty sure there's an invisible wall at the end of that turn. There are a few in this game. You definitely don't want to go long on your first stint because you roast the tires when you're starting off on the grid and you're probably having some AI around. Just trying to hold it together here on the last lap of the stint. Get an extra tight turn here. And hope it doesn't hit this barrier right here. Ooh. Okay. So we're ahead of the H. Get in there. Oh yeah. So now we need like 30 more seconds. Going pretty well so far. I think second gear even longer would have been a little bit better. .122. Nice drift there. Low 121. Gain a little time there. Oh! If they could only completely spin, I'd really be in business. Going T4 and T3 is another reasonable option for tires. You can see my fronts are wearing a bit faster. But I think they just hold on. To make it to the 7 laps. You could probably go a little bit longer and still win the race. Every 8 or 9 or something. Maybe even super hards. I don't know. I guess it's possible. Just seems so much harder to go with cold, shitty tires and not make any mistakes. Gained a little more time there. Whoa. Unfortunately, it slams that wall, but it just kind of bounces right off. Last lap of the stint here. I think this video will be about 26 laps because then the replay ends. But the rest I'll probably post them simultaneously so you can watch the first. Or maybe I'll post it like an hour later. But anyway, by the time you can hear this, I'll at least have a video made. Well, that's an interesting question. I already have the live recording. It's only will I decide to do a commentary on top of that. Ooh, close. Don't want to get caught up there. I might just let it be the live recording. Let's finish off by just having the pure race car. Nothing else. Just going against the clock and against the H. Going versus the F1s. So it pit. We're not 25 seconds up because I got a pit here, but afterward will be like a lot of another pit ahead, if that makes sense. So we've already covered one pit. Okay. Always scary getting into the pits. Get that nice little gap. I don't know if I'll get the chance to say it on the other video, but when you come out of the pits, it brakes. Like you're in third and it pushes you down to second. Why? You're going out from the pits to the home straight. Anyway, that's bullshit. On the record now. So my next pit will be lap 28. It will be, the H will have lap 30. I guess that'll be on the other video. But it would be great if I could come out ahead of it and not have to deal with its bullshit. Yes, there are a few wall taps throughout the race, but treating it like a pristine, mint condition classic compared to all the AI. I believe I even give back a position by passing in a not clean way later. Ultra gracious, I say, compared to these assholes. Haven't gained much this stint so far, but the H is good on tires right now, so it's doing good laps. Sticking around a difference of about 10 seconds. Takes a while to lap cars. I guess they're all F1s, so we'll eventually do that, but not for a while. Although maybe if they pit, I can't remember. You'll see soon. Maybe in like 15 laps. Okay, up to 11. Although it does have a good last section of the track here. Let's see what the gap is at. A tiny gain. Its tires are still fine. Okay, it's up to 11 seconds. Haven't gained a lot this stint yet, but again, the H is in its good half, so it'll lose some time, hopefully in lap 28, 29, 30. Topping out at only about 165 this track. And then it just says replay over. But I did save, the live footage. All I'll say is it's going to be real fucking close. I hope you enjoy. You can click on over to part 2. And take care.